Hey everybody, this is Darksied. Welcome back to part 41 of our Dark Souls walkthrough. Continuing on from the undead dragon, it's time to head down, collect a few items, go through the fog door. And kill the remaining few birds that are coming down here. Well, it looks like we've actually already finished off all the birds. Okay, you can see our phalanx buddies down there, huddled around that statue. Make sure we can move quickly. Now the first thing we're going to do here is go ahead and open up the shortcut. There is only one bonfire in this world. It's the one that we originally came to whenever we first got in here. So after you open up that shortcut, that leads us directly back to the very beginning. But as I said before, we're not going to use a bonfire. Okay, for this next part, you're going to want to be human. Why? Because we're going to need to get invaded here. And also try to clear up these guys up here just as quick as you can before going down much further into the courtyard. You can see here, I'm going to try to bring these guys up here because just as soon as you go down on this right side over here, you will actually trigger an NPC invasion. I want to make sure that I've got all of these guys out of the way first. You also need to be prepared for this guy because he uses a lot of pyromancy. Alright, I think that should do it. There we are. As I said, he uses a lot of pyromancy, especially that one. And we don't want him doing that. So let's take him out quickly. And now this will actually open up that armor set in the same room as the boss. Finished collecting up the last few items that are around in here. Nothing horribly important. And now we can get on to actually killing the phalanx. Now you really don't have to kill these guys if you don't want to. You can just simply evade them if you wish. It's locked. Yes, we know it's locked. But I tend to like to clear them out just to get them out of the way. And they're not terribly hard to kill. They can be if you're out in the open courtyard because, well, let's face it. They will swarm around you, and not only you see that one's got a kind of a spear thrust attack, but they also have a throwing spear attack. And so you'll wind up getting hit from several directions, so it's best to, in my opinion, just to go ahead and take them out. Now the easiest way of doing this, as you can see, they can't quite get over that hump there, so use these pillars to your advantage. Let them get close enough to these, and then go around on the other side of them. Take a couple of hits and you'll clear out a few of them. And then from here it's just more of a rinse and repeat. As you can kind of see, they almost line themselves up perfectly for this. You can kill the biggest majority of them just right here. There are a few of them that I will have to go out and actually finish off because they don't seem to move very far away from that statue. Well, two of them on that one. I don't think he came over here the first time. Maybe it was a little too crowded for his liking. Well, they can both get up here now. Now keep in mind, if you're going to hit these guys with arrows, make sure you do not hit the shield. The shield will definitely lessen the damage considerably. Although arrows really don't do all that much damage to these guys to begin with. So if they're facing towards you, arrows are going to be pretty much useless. It will still serve, however, just to keep them coming up to you. And there you have it. They're all gone away. Leaving this area open for exploration. On this upper level here, there's really not a lot. General items. So you got a humanity here. Just general stuff. Nothing terribly important. The Ring of Sacrifice is kind of cool, but you've probably picked up several of them by now, so I kind of consider them a general item. But what we need is a key for that locked door. And unfortunately, it lies in one of these places that I really don't care for much. Of course, they're obviously going to make a key lie in a place that you really don't care to go. And here we are. The pit I really don't want to go down in. Now, one thing surprised me, actually, whenever I was on my way down here. I saw something that I had never seen in this pit before. You can see him slowly inching his way over here. There is a phalanx down there. Now, I've done this a few times before, and never had him in this pit before, so I'm guessing that he is some sort of a new addition, or perhaps he simply fell through the world and it's some sort of glitch. In either case, there's something far more terrifying down there than he is. Alright, let's get him out of the way. Looks to me like getting in the water is just not enough to bring the rest of them here. Now, if you're careful about this, you can bring these guys in one at a time and save yourself a lot of headache. What they are is they're kind of a more powerful version of the wheel skeleton that we saw down in the crypts. They function no differently, but as far as I can tell, I think they've got a few more hit points than the other ones do. I think they also do a bit more stamina damage than the other ones do. Be careful, because if you walk too far into this room, you'll pull, I don't know, about 3 or 4 of them all at the same time. As I said, if you're careful, you can pull them one at a time to you. So just use the sidestep maneuver. So he got me actually pretty good there. Making sure that I didn't pull any more than just one. Now the next one here is going to be off to the right around this corner. Seeing if we can't see some of the other ones, though. Looks like we can. Although in nice dark places, looks can be deceiving. Ah, there he is. Well, at least that's one more we can bring our way. 2 down. No, it didn't hit him. Gotta love how those wheel skeleton carcasses kind of stick to you. I think they're the most clingy thing I've found in this game so far. I remember them being a bit more aggressive at one time, but I suppose this is actually much better. So 3 down. See how many more we gotta go here. I'll give them one thing. They do a tremendous job of blending into dark things around them. There we go. Nope, you're not going to be able to jump out of the way of that. 4 down. Alright, making sure that there's no additional ones in here. Which there are. So this will bring our tally up to 6 so far. And I know there's more in another section of this underground part here, but we're just clearing out this room for now. Okay, once you get these guys cleared out for this part, it's time to go ahead and open up that lever there, which will actually turn the statue around and open the way to the boss room. But we're not quite done here yet, so we'll be going to the boss room a little bit later. Alright, wall right there will open up a secret wall. Be careful, there are more wheel skeletons behind it. There's also a few more of the secret walls there, which helps kind of keep things compact. Now, one of these paths here actually leads to a well that we saw whenever we were up at the same level as the phalanx in their courtyard. Although I typically don't like going down that way because it gives you easy access, or it gives actually easy access to you to one of the wheel skeletons down there. And we certainly don't want to give them any more of an advantage than he's already going to have in a very tight, narrow space, as you can see what we're dealing with now. I also switched to a little bit lighter of a weapon, mainly so I wouldn't be striking the walls. Check your corners. And some of them you can get to come out a little bit. This one, he's not going to play nice. And what I found out is that he's actually got a point right there near or just before that little intersection where he won't go any further. So I pull him, hope for him to come out this way, and all he really does is just walk up to that intersection and just stay there. Of course, I stayed there long enough for him to have a chance to walk back. But even shooting him with an arrow wasn't incentive enough for him to come out into the actual T-section there, so I could get a much better shot at him. What I'm trying to do is bring him out into this room because it gives me the advantage and takes away his. But since it looks like that's not going to happen, we're probably just going to have to take him out the old-fashioned way. Tried this one last time just to make good and sure. But this is also where I found out that he's just hanging around by that intersection right there. Standing there waiting for me. Alright, one down. As you can see over to my right, there's another secret wall. And if you walk down this hall a little bit, there's yet again another. Okay, heading up. So take you into kind of a secret little room up here. Thankfully, it looks like the fire finished him off, so I was able to get away from him a little easier. Pick up that nice little pyromancy spell. And then it's back into the depths once again. Not that we really want to be here. Okay, always check your corners here. What I tend to like to do is to go up to one like this and just use my camera. Kind of pan around and see if I can see down the halls. You can usually get a pretty good idea of what's down there. So you can see we've got one just right ahead of us. Get to them before they do the spinning attack, and they're a little easier. And there's the key that we were looking for. Make sure that we got everything out of here, and we'll just go ahead and climb back out the well. And now we've got the key to go open that door that we saw over there near where we were killing the phalanx at. Now this will take us up into an area that I was telling you before whenever I was killing things from a distance, that a lot of the things weren't going to help us right then and there. This is what I was talking about. Most of those creatures were actually in this area right here. Hey look, I'm actually going to kill you with arrows this time because I can hit you as you're running toward me. Let's go and re-equip some of my normal gear here. Now this is actually a good place to get ambushed by bird people had I not already killed them. Let's freeze up the Dark Ember. So we can take that back and give it to one of the blacksmiths and create occult weapons. As you can tell, this is where the bird people were before. They're no longer around to give me any trouble, so we'll just take our prize and run. Pick up our Velka set. Now there's only really one final item that I want to pick up through here before we start making our way towards the boss. And it's actually a fairly useful item for PvP. It gives you the ability to put down a summon sign to allow someone to summon you into their world, and you get to fight them that way. It's more of a voluntary thing instead of invading somebody's world. Ah, we got him. Now it's time to head back down here and see if we can't fight him a little more on even ground. I don't like fighting him on the stairs. Typically has bad results. It's okay because he falls off here anyway. I'm checking around here to see if he's going to come up this way. But unfortunately he doesn't, so we're going to head back towards the door. I know he's around here somewhere. As you can tell, I'm just looking around, trying to see if I can see what happened to him. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm having great luck finding him, so let's continue on our way up. My guess there is he died whenever he hit the ground, although I don't remember seeing the souls added to it, but that's possible. We got the red soapstone. As I said, you can put a mark down, kind of like a white summon stone, that people will find you for help. This time they'll find you so you can invade their world voluntarily for them. Great way to have little battles. And that will complete this part of our Dark Souls walkthrough. Remember, if you've liked these videos, please click the like button. And if you'd like to hear more of these, click subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.